Hello, hello, and welcome to Amethyst Tier 2 here in Bahrain circuit. We're here for the first race of the season. 15 corners in this mainly right-hander based circuit. 3 DRS zones, an average top speed of 320 kilometers an hour. 15 turns, tricky layout here, under the moonlight. There's 3 tyres to choose from, the soft, medium, hards, but the compounds are C3, C2 and C1. So we've got the harder of the hardest rubbers out there for the guys today. As here we go, in the moonlight, for what is your first race of the season. It's me, Martin, and today I am joined with...
your main guy, Alex Fox Johnson. Oh,
and Rosu has left the session. It's a good start.
Yeah. I am looking forward to this race.
They've got 18 minutes to set a lap and make it a good one. I'm trying to work out who is the first one around.
I think it is Kizio.
It is definitely not Kizio. It is an Alfa Romeo, which I'm going to guess is Skowski. It's just trying to get on the right car. There we go. There's Skowski. Do you have lad added?
I do not. I don't think. I could check this one.
I'm just trying to find out, is Rosu able to rejoin? There isn't anything said currently.
I do not have him added, no. He's back.
Okay, good. As you can see, the track is very busy with 20 drivers out racing today. It's anyone's game. Skowski, though, representing with his classic red and silver helmet. Tier 2 Constructor Champions last season with Alfa Romeo. They'll be looking to replicate that. Vlad was Aston Martin. Is your Tier 2 current champion looking to retain this season? Is now in a change of teams. He has moved to Red Bull. Some would say that would be an upgrade if it is in real life, as Silver's binned it.
Right down on the straight.
But here we go. We've got Skowski on lap. Coming around the first corner now. Looking like Ule might be about to give him a nice tow down this first DRS section. Teammates once again, 3 seasons in a row now for the guys. As there's a very busy track coming ahead. As we're going to ride on board with Skowski through this second sector. Swinging it in round through turn 8. Doesn't get on the curb on the exit there. And then he's going to make this corner as wide as possible without touching that curb on the inside. Getting back on the throttle into that second DRS zone. And he will be throwing down the gauntlet for every other driver. Silver in on his debut, not even making it onto the first lap, as we seem to have a spinning Alpine further back there. Or Williams. Who was that?
That is Potts going very slowly. I think he's invalidated the lap. I think he's letting the cars past.
But back to Skowski. Someone has beaten his Sector 1. And Rosu is definitely having some technical issues here.
Yeah, it looks like... I think his Wi-Fi may not be the best.
And Skowski is thrown down the gauntlet for 28.5. And the next car on lap, I believe it's really hard to try and work out who I'm trying to go. Lurgestam goes P3, Kizil P2.
It's Williams next. Across the line, P4 for him.
P4 McWilliams, and then P2 for
Swan.
Swan has got the wrong number on.
Lovely. Ooh.
Swan has the wrong number on. He has the same number as Matthews. How they manage this. Meanwhile, Ferrari have put it P2 there. That was Marco Mangano. Was Tier 1 last season, has dropped down to Tier 2 this season. Puts it P2 just behind Skalski. Houvenier's out in P6 there. It looks like there is, I believe that could be, there is a spun. Matthews has gone P8. As we
a Ferrari of Marco.
Marco has had a spin, but it was on his in lap.
Block anyone, and I think that was the Haas of Rasmussen.
Haas of Rasmussen, former Tier 2 champion, tried his hand in Tier 1, but it didn't go to plan for Rasmussen, and he's come back down into Tier 2. As it looks like, I believe it's Van Loon who is on lap, who has got a purple sector. Has he set a lap? No, Van Loon hasn't got a purple sector 1.
He is on a lap.
I'm just trying to find out also what's going on with Vlad, because he keeps dropping out and in.
That's in P2!
Potts has gone P2.
He has. Skalski is keeping that provisional pole, though.
In the pits currently. But, Pinala is now on a lap, I believe.
He is.
And he has that purple sector 1. It is a purple sector 1 for the new driver of Sanjay Pinala. Kizyul was the fastest coming through sector 2, by the way. But Skalski must have had a phenomenal sector 3. Currently 6 thousandths down on Kizyul. But now it's Skalski's time to beat for the final part of the track. So will he be able to find some time on Skalski? Possibly ahead coming in through this part before.
Ule in the wall, just behind.
Oh, Ule in the wall, but still not out of this race. And it's Pinala. Goes the fastest by 3 tenths.
That was a stonking lap right there.
Sanjay Pinala puts it on the top step as things stand. And I believe next, Hugdon not on track. Rosu currently having internet issues, so he isn't out on track. Who is on the track is the question. It is a Red Bull. Is the Red Bull on lap of Binder? I believe Binder may be starting his lap here. No, Binder coming into the pits.
Next up is Kizyul, I think.
Or is it that Alpine of who? No, that is who. It is Van Loon on the way in. So it will be, unless that Aston Martin, or is that? No, Alex Day is on an outlap, so it is Kizyul currently running in P6. Will be looking to have a much better season this season, joined by his former teammate, back racking his teammates again in the form of Rasmussen. Rasmussen currently unwell. I understand you want to see Rosu. Rosu is currently having internet problems though.
What a shame. He was supposed to be one of the
He was last season's winner here.
Yeah.
But we're going to follow Kizyul. Can he find some time and beat Pinala? That is the question. And he's 4 tenths down on Pinala through the first sector. And there's going to be some traffic ahead of him. Maybe Rasmussen then might play the team player and give a solid tow through for Kizyul. Kizyul now coming round that tricky turn 10. Expect to see a couple of spins here in the race, I can imagine.
Of course, yeah, it is a very, very tricky corner to get right. Obviously, turning and braking is not that easy. So, who knows? We saw a couple spins there last season, I believe, so maybe there will be some...
But it's a purple sector 2 for Kizyul. Kizyul really enjoying that second sector. Brings the deficit down to 2 tenths. Will he be able to gain on Pinala's time? Rasmussen giving him a big toe down that back straight. And now one last pop of the DRS as he drives towards the line. Patrick Kiziel 2 tenths off, but goes up into P2. And I believe the next one on lap to watch would be Skowski, who's on an out lap. So it would be Lurgestam, who is currently
the line. P5.
P5 for Lurgestam. Improvement. Climbs
Purple
above a couple.
3 as well.
But I'll be able to tell you if it actually was. I can't actually tell you if it was or not. Is Vlad in the pit still? Vlad is still in the pits. Yeah. Hugendorn is out on the track, and Hugendorn needs to set a big lap here. As we're going to follow on with Skowski, who we want him to regain his first place. Getting a big toe from his teammate there. Going into turn 4 now. Choosing to get the toe. Gets a little bit of a snap though. As we're going to now ride on board with Skowski here. Through sector 2 once again. He's 2 tenths down on Pinala.
Rosu is back.
But it was a green first sector for Skowski. So improving. Looking to maybe jump back ahead of Kiziel here. And possibly regain that top step from Pinala.
That is McWilliams in the gravel at turn 4. Just before sector 2.
That will not be good for him.
He's struggling to get back onto the track. It looks like.
Skowski still 2 tenths behind Pinala. There's another green sector for him as Rosu is definitely struggling with internet connection. It isn't what you like to see
in this race. Yeah, it looks like Van Loon is about to go on another lap.
Skowski sets the fastest lap finds a monumental amount of time through that final sector. Big lap there from Skowski. And
Swan P3 as well.
Swan, who has the wrong number on, is in P3. I can tell you now, Swan's number he was meant to be on, I believe was 51, if I'm not mistaken.
I must say, hats off to Swan. He was in Tier 3 last season.
Your Tier 3 champion is stepping up.
He set a lap to get P3 in Tier 2.
Very, very fast lap.
Very, very... I must say, hats off to him. Fantastic lap so far.
But Hooveners finds some time and puts it into P2, and then there's an Aston Martin. Is that McWilliams or is that Elsom?
That is
McWilliams.
Oh.
And he'll be coming into the pits. We're going to switch to Marco though. Marco now coming around the final corner and will be driving towards the line. Marco good enough for P6. Knocks Swan down, Potts down into 7. As Monk finds it only for P9 for Alfred Monk. And Potts is, I believe, not on lap here. So it's an Alpine next. I believe that is going to be Hugendorn. No, it's Van Loon.
Ule has just been blocked by Swan on his lap, I believe.
Oh no. Oh no.
That was not very good awareness from Swan there.
As Van Loon is starting a lap. But there is a Mercedes coming up to the final corner now. I believe that is possibly going to be...
That is Matthews.
What position is Matthews currently? 14th.
14.
And he drives towards the line. Will he improve? Matthews goes up into P12.
Not a bad lap, but not
the
great.
Times are very close, but the top 15 all within a second.
That is just mad. That is absolutely... That's a massive improvement from last season.
And Alex Day, is he improving here? He drives towards the line now. He's starting his lap actually. Alex Day is going to be starting his lap here. And trying to get news on Rosa as well for you guys. The current champion is not currently racing. He's in the lobby. But he's having connection issues at the moment. And Day is in the wall. Alex Day somehow doesn't die. But has gone straight into the wall there. As meanwhile, they seem to be battling up into the final corner. As Sanjay Pinala, is Sanjay on lap or is he about to start his lap? I believe Sanjay's about to start his lap and he's going to have a nice quiet track around him.
Yeah, so Alex Day has a little bit of damage on his front wing.
That won't be good for him. He'll have to come in and maybe he doesn't have enough time for another lap. But he's going to ride on board here with Sanjay on his second flying lap. Will he be able to find time and reclaim that top step on the qualifying throne? And Rosu isn't going to set a lap. 3 drivers still yet to set a lap. Rosu, Silva who crashed and Hugenhorn. Pinala though going fastest through sector 1. It is a purple sector for Pinala. Coming through turn 10 now. Gets on that DRS for the second DRS straight. And then it's the long winding left-hander of turn 11. And he spins! Ooh. Spinala! That's a Spinala!
Very lucky not to hit the wall there.
Sanjay has spun. He was looking very fast there, purple sector 1, but he won't have enough time for another lap as everyone else is coming out and leading the train. Is going to be Skowski, who's got quite a big gap, but he may run into traffic here. Spinala living up to his name. Sanjay Pinala spinning.
I believe that Sanjay starting another lap after that spin.
Does he have enough?
He does not have enough ERS by the looks of it. Oh, Williams got very, very close to blocking him there. Who was that?
We're going to follow with Skowski though as he starts his lap. He's the first car to be starting his final lap. And there's an AlphaTauri behind him. Probably won't have enough time to get around the track. I believe that is Alex Day, who will not be improving on his lap time. Rosu not able to set a lap though. This is gigantic.
Alex Day has spun.
Alex Day has spun.
Which is not going to help either. He managed to spin after letting who was that? Oh, Skowski spun!
Oh, that's monumental! Skowski will not be improving on his time. So we're now going to switch to Kiziel. No, not Kiziel, it's Rasmussen. Where is Rasmussen? Currently running in P8. Will Rasmussen be able to improve?
Improving by 800ths in sector 1. It's nice and tidy through the hairpin, the exit, a little bit untidy. And on that curve, which you don't usually want to do.
Runs it now through turn 10. Throwing it out is a green sector for him. Coming now through the long left-hander. Swinging it back through for the right-hander of 12. Then want to be as late as you can. And the AlphaTauri, oh my! The AlphaTauri of Alex Day doing some questionable stuff. Retiring on the track as well. Against the rules, we will be flagging that up. That is for certain. But that ruined Rasmussen's lap. Rasmussen will not be improving either. I believe it is Ule on lap though. Ule only good enough for P13 though. And next is going to be the Aston Martin of, I believe, not Elsom, it's McWilliams, currently in P15. McWilliams does improve but stays P15. Then it's the double Ferraris of Huveniers. Huveniers takes P1.
Brilliant lap.
Brilliant lap, absolute flying. Kiziel though goes P5 for Kiziel.
Here comes Swan. DRS straight to the line. Stays P6.
Swan stays P6. Van Loon goes up into P10, which is huge. Then it's going to be Elsom. Will Elsom gain any time here? Elsom doesn't improve.
Then it's Monk. What can he do with
Goes
Williams?
P7. Goes ahead of Marco Mangano, and then Lurgestam up into P6. What a lap from Lurgestam. Is
Next, the final one is Matthews.
currently P14. Will be needing to improve here. What was that AlphaTauri doing? I do not know. Alex Day, questionable behaviour. It is 2 yellow sectors though for Matthews. I don't think this is going to be an improvement. He's 10 seconds off his lap time. So Huveniers takes pole. Skowski P2. Pinala P3. Potts P4.
That was a thrilling qualifying. 2/10 for Huveniers as well. That is a stonking lap from him. And may I also say, fantastic effort for Swan up in P7. That is a brilliant lap, especially for our Tier 3 champion. What happened with Rosu? Do you know? Was it just internet?
He's got network issues from what I'm hearing. I've been atted 4 times in public. I might need to TPs 1 moment. We might be having to do a lobby restart here. I don't like what I'm being told to do in public. Where is the... It's in the other chat. Okay. If we could go to red flag chat quickly. If team principals could make their way to red flag chat, please. Here we go. They are starting though, and it's Pinala gets a monster start on Skowski. Hooven is having to defend Pinala here.
Lurgestam hitting the back of Kasper Sky there. Sorry, Skowski.
And through goes Pinala up into the lead. Hooven is P2, and this Potts P3 right behind, chasing them down. Potts looking to make a move on Hooven is on the inside. This is for P2. They're side by side coming through the S section. Huveniers gets a better drive out.
That is Van Loon in the wall. Further back.
But he's going to be Pinala leading. Huveniers holds on to second. If you give me 1 moment, I need to get rid of one of the overlays because it bugs out. It's that one. That one. There we go.
Van Loon has dropped right down the order. He's down in P20. He doesn't seem to have any damage.
But back to the front. Pinala is pulling away now.
He spun again.
Van Loon is having a nightmare race here in Bahrain. As meanwhile, there's a big train forming. It's Pinala on the mediums, Huveniers on the hards, Potts on hards, and Lurgestam on the mediums.
Looking to make a move on Kiziel.
That's for P7 and P8, but further ahead, Potts eyeing up a move again on Huveniers. Lurgestam is waiting in the wings though to possibly make a counter move. What happened further back?
He just made a criminal send on Kiziel. Just made massive contact, and I don't know whether
Lurgestam is going around the outside of Potts round turn 4. Not able to make it happen at the moment. Potts defends off Lurgestam.
There was contact between Kiziel, I'm not sure who Malvin is, and Matthews. Looked like Matthews just got collected by the Alpine there. It's too wide into turn 10.
Too wide into turn 10. What you're going to have to tell me what position this is going on for.
This is for P12. And it is McWilliams side by side with the Alpine.
The Alpine of Hugendorn.
Yes, going into turn 11.
Oh, they're still side by side. And the Mercedes just running behind them. Hugendorn holds that position. But McWilliams looks for the switchback. It's a very close 5 cars with Silver in 16th as well.
Swan and Ule side by side.
Swan and Ule.
Swan looking to
you're gonna have to tell me. You're gonna have to tell me the position.
This is P6 and P7. Swan looking to make a move around the outside, but there's no room for him. Brilliantly defended by Ule there.
Meanwhile, Matthews picks up a 5 second for speeding in the pits. And Pinalo is pulled over a second on Hooveneers with the DRS. Hooveneers will not have DRS to defend off of Lurgestam. The medium strategy from Pinalo has worked to treat. Meanwhile, Lurgestam did get past Potts. And Lurgestam will be looking to make an offensive on that Ferrari.
Quite a tight battle for P9 as well with Kiziel and Marco Mangano. And with Rasmussen closing in on both of them as well.
We're going to carry on riding though here currently with Lurgestam.
Oh, it's Alex Day spun round.
Oh, Alex Day had a spin down in P18 currently. And Matthews has pitted for a set of hard tyres.
Side by side for Marco and Rasmussen. Rasmussen getting through down in P10.
So that is for the final points paying position currently. Rasmussen makes the move on Marco Mangano. Both formerly in Tier 1, now in Tier 2. Looking to really show what they've got here. But we're going to switch back to the battle for P2 because Lurgestam is all over the back of Hooveneers and Lurgestam is in DRS of Hooveneers. And will he look to make a move up in here, turn 1? Hooveneers choosing to defend the inside and Lurgestam's ahead before the corners even happen. But further back is Potts and Skowski battling it out for P4. Both on the same tyre as well.
Lurgestam getting past Hooveneers, I think that is.
He did, coming into before turn 1, he got him on the main straight. And now, Lurgestam will look to pull away from Hooveneers and catch up to the back of Pinala, who's got a comfortable 2-second lead to this track and pack behind him. As we have a solid, I believe that is a train from P2 all the way down into P8. As Matthews is in the pits again.
Galski is getting closer and closer to Potts here. And it's a turn 11. There's a massive train formed though, down from P2 down to P8.
Yes. And further back, Rasmussen looking to drop Marco Mangano off. It looks like McWilliams has held off the offence from Hugendorn and is now starting to slip away. And Elsom is within the DRS of Hugendorn still, so it is not over. But meanwhile, Hooveneers may look to make a move back on Lurgestam. Lurgestam wasn't able to drop him off. In fact, Hooveneers is well within contention still.
Just behind that, Skalski going for a move on Potts. Battle for P4.
Side by side. As Rosu has set the fastest lap there. I believe Rosu is back.
DRS for Potts.
Both of them get the DRS. Neither of them giving up on this. Side by side through turn 4.
Potts just backs out. That was
and Skowski
probably
makes the move. So Skowski up into P4. Potts slips down to P5. And Ule, the second Alfa Romeo, will be hunting him down behind. Swan is currently running in P7. Having an absolute stellar race here is Will Swan.
Just about to say, to go from tier 3 to tier 2 with this amount of performance is astonishing.
Also, point out, Pinala's lead is almost 3.5 seconds now. He's pulling away from Lurgestam. This is going to be mightily critical as Alex Day is once again off the track.
Ule is mightily close to Potts now. He's using the ERS down into the final turn. He's going for the outside. Around the outside at the final turn, that is Potts making a little bit of contact with Ule. Battle for P5 is very, very close. Both Potts and Ule are going to get the DRS though, and that is Swan up the inside of Potts.
Oh, what a move! It made it clean, and there's a little bit of contact though between Ule and Swan. And Potts is not out of this yet, but Swan may look to recapture.
Swan round the outside into turn 4. Ule once again defending that very nicely. Both Williams looking to capitalise on this battle. Of course, Potts losing 2 or 3 positions in that particular one. There, and up the inside goes Potts. There's a little bit of contact.
And he doesn't get past Swan. Then Ule now up to P5. Swan P6. Potts is dropping down the order here. Started 4th, is now currently running 7th. Let's have a look at the big gainers and losers. Currently, the big gainers is Ule up 10. And Lurgestam up 4. The big losers currently would be Van Loon, who is out of the race in 20th, losing 8 spots. And then would be actually Evan Potts, who has lost 3, and Kizzy, who has lost 4 places.
Potts, both Monk and Potts are very, very close to Swan. And so is Skalski to Hooveners.
Yes, we're currently watching this battle for P3. Skalski may be thinking of eyeing up Hooveners here.
Oh, there's contact!
Who is
That
it?
is Swan and Potts. Potts hitting the rear of Swan. And Swan just getting a massive snap of oversteer, having to correct that with full lock to the left.
And they're falling back into the clutches of Kizu, and Kizu is now also bringing the rest of the drivers through, because Marco Mangano has got back past Rasmussen there for P10. And every point matters here. It's a very tightly knit field.
A thrilling race. It looks like Hooveners is also gaining a bit on Lurgestam.
Possibly the hards coming into their element now. But the mediums I wouldn't have expected to fade just yet.
There is a massive train all the way from P6 down to P16, all within a second of each other.
But we're currently following on with Hooveners, who is right behind Lurgestam, with Skalski right behind him. Ule is dropped off the back a bit of this lot. As Pinado has set the fastest lap, he's flying on them mediums.
We're in a very, very lonely race, but a very good race. And similarly, McWilliams is also very, very close to Marco Mangano. But Potts looking to make a move on Swan. Down into turn 1, Swan breaks a bit later. He gets that, Potts gets that DRS just before the DRS line. And he's going to see if he can get the run ERS, DRS. Down into turn 4, he opts for the outside. And he is past Swan. Not fully into turn 4, still side by side on the exit now. That is side by side into the S's, and Potts just slips past.
And so
Down
Potts regains 6th. Swan drops back down to 7th, and it will be Potts' teammate Monk now looking to make a move on Swan here.
Will we see a bit of team orders?
Or
with
teamwork.
Yes. With Potts holding up.
Oh!
Swan.
There looked like there was contact there. I saw it was a timing board. Someone hit a quarter timing board there, further in front. Not sure if Lurgestam, Hooveners or Skalski. But here we go. We're gonna ride on board with Monk.
Skalski is mightily close, and that is another spin for Day at the same place.
So we're riding here on board with Monk as we look at him eyeing up the rear of Swan's car.
I think we should turn our attention to Skalski. He's about to make a move on Hooveners. He's not using any ERS, but he looks mightily close to that Ferrari.
He puts his nose out, but it doesn't make anything do it. We're going to switch back to Monk, because Monk was looking to make a move. He looks for a switch back on Swan. Swan covers him off, though. They're literally... The front wing is almost in the gearbox of that McLaren. Penala has a very commanding lead, though, there out in front.
Rosu looking to make a move on Silva. He goes around the outside of turn 4. Does he make it? Yes, he does. He's fully ahead into the S section. Monk is also very, very close to Swan, looking up the inside of the exit of turn 10, but he is going to have DRS and ERS. But so does Swan. That is Silva spun round at turn 10.
Battling Binder. But we're going to go back to Skowski, because Skowski probably be eyeing up another move on the... no, he's actually a lot further away from that Ferrari. We're going to actually switch to Ferrari and see if he's able to maybe make a move on Lurgestam here. Not deploying ERS here, just with the DRS.
He goes mightily close to Monk, and he goes past Monk. I think, why is Monk going so slow?
Very slow there.
That is Silva down in P17. He's spun at the final corner, but Monk seems to be holding everyone up as Marco Mangano also goes past Monk.
Monk has Monk got wing damage? No, it doesn't look like it.
But he's making contact with Marco there.
Is his tyres okay?
Not too sure.
They're only about 28-29%, so it can't be a tyre thing. And he spins!
Oh,
Monk spins! Drunky Monkey has returned!
Oh, I've missed you, Drunky Monkey. How has he done that then?
The drunk Dane, I believe.
The drunk Dane making a return. But that being said, Hoovenez is very, very close to Lurgestam, also driving a very, very good race. And Ule doesn't seem to be making any inroads on the top 4 there. Not sure why.
He's on the medium tyre. The medium will definitely be... Oh, Monk has lost all force feedback. And Hoovenez is making a move on Lurgestam for P2. And Hoovenez is through before the first corner, so that is for P2 for Hoovenez.
For a move on Potts. Potts defending that very, very nicely, looking to get that switcheroo on Potts. He's got the DRS. He's not deploying ERS into turn 4, but Potts is out of ERS. It's getting very, very close between these two, the battle for P6. Kiziel also getting very close, but noting that Skalski is looking to get past Lurgestam
to the action then for P3. And Skalski looking to maybe make a move into turn and thinks better of it.
Is he going to look for a move? No, he isn't. That is very, very smart. He knows he has the pace to get past Lurgestam, but he's not going for stupid moves because he's being patient.
Maybe look to get him on the start-finish line here, as Sanjay Penala's lead is looking very commanding still. 5.5 seconds.
And that is Skalski looking for a move on Lurgestam into turn 1. He's looking to make a send. Lurgestam makes a send on Hoovenez.
Somehow all 3 of them come out facing the right way. And in the same positions they started that.
That is Binder.
Oh!
That is
And Lurgestam up the
Rosu.
inside! And it's a spin for Lurgestam!
Oh no!
Oh!
That is Ule out of the race, and
And he's taken... Oh, Lurgestam!
no! That is going to be a massive, massive penalty, and that now
That is Potts out.
that's Potts
Ule
out.
out. That is a full safety car.
It was going so well.
When Lurgestam does a Lurgestam, you can't just try and spin it around straight away like that.
Yeah,
You can't be doing that.
that was an avoidable incident, and he didn't take the right measures. That is going to be a massive penalty for Lurgestam there.
That is going to be a lot of penalty points as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Something he's not alienated to. He's used to it at this point. But that has worked out very, very, very well for Jay. Because he's able to pit onto the hards at the perfect time and make it to the end of the race. And he doesn't lose too much. But for those on the hards, not so great for them. They have a choice now. Do they try and risk it and make how many laps? 15, 16 laps?
It is doable, but they will fade towards the end.
They will. I think Sanjay is in a prime position here, but he did get held up by one of the Ferraris.
Is everyone? No, not everyone coming in.
That is an Alpine.
Hugendorn. It's Hugendorn. He's going to be your race leader as things stand, choosing not to pit on them hard tyres.
And that's Binder also not pitting. He's jumped many positions. He's up to P3.
Some tyre strategies coming into play here.
Alfred Monk also has not pitted. These are some risky games with Rosu also staying out. Will he jump Alsom into turn 1? Oh, nearly contact. That was almost dangerous from Alsom there. He just dived out of the pits and nearly hit Rosu. But is Alsom out ahead of him?
And that's... was absolute shambles though of an unsafe rejoin from Lurgestam, and he has a drive-through penalty to serve in game for that as well.
What he was thinking, he's just completely ruined his chances at even a podium now, maybe even points finishes.
He's also taken out Ule and Potts second and third last season in the tier. It really throws a whole new shake-up.
It does. They also looked in prime position to maybe even win the race. But to take them out like that, it's not right. He could have done so much more to avoid that, but he didn't.
But Hugendorn is now your race leader. I currently don't have a replay system working at the moment on here. But I think we will be getting tickets for it in probably about 10 minutes time.
Not even that.
Because both the team principals are active right now.
Yeah.
That was quite the unsafe rejoin. He not only killed one, but two cars. And that really shakes things up. So now, it is Hugendorn leading. Sanjay Pinala P2, Binder P3, Huveniz P4, Skowski P5, Silver now up into P6, Swan in P7, Kizyul P8, Mangano in P9, and Matt and McWilliams rounds out the points as things stand.
Top 10 are looking very, very close. And as you can see, Silver has also jumped his teammate there.
There's been a clip put in the server. I'm going to have a quick... I can't put it up on the stream for you guys, but I'm going to have a quick watch of it. Will the safety car be in this lap? Is the question.
I don't think it will.
Probably
be.
one more lap.
I was just about to say that.
Oh!
Oh, that is
What's happened
Silver
back
and
there?
Skowski. Oh, dear.
Skowski and Silver.
That is 100% on Silver there. He should not have been side by side.
Absolute
I have no idea what
chaos.
he was thinking. Oh dear.
Silver seems to have gotten away with no damage somehow. But will now be pitting. Skowski having to pit again. Chaos. Absolute chaos. We were just minding our own business, waiting for the safety car restart, and now we've been met with this.
I'm excited to see whether Silver and Skowski can cut that through the field. But
Silver is ahead of Skowski after the pit stop. Alfa Romeo's day has gone from bad to worse. But currently, Melvin Hugendorn leads this race. Was started P11, is now up into P1. P2 is Pinala, who started in third. Then it's Binder, who started 17th. Hasn't pitted yet, though. We're going to have a quick look at the pit stops. As you can see, Hugendorn and Binder are the only cars not to pit. Skowski has pit twice and Matthews has pit 3 times. Day has already got 9 seconds worth of penalties for corner cutting.
not a good day for the AlphaTauris.
No.
And may I also say, Swan is in net P3.
That's an outstanding drive for Will Swan.
Absolutely fantastic. The battle between him and Hoovenes has been brilliant as well. The safety car is in this lap.
The guys have caught up, and we're going to switch back now to the leaders. It'll be Hugendorn leading us off.
But that also promotes both Aston Martins into the points.
He does after the shambles. Elson, who won in Brazil in the final race of last season, running only in 10th. Rosu, your current champion, we know he had network issues, currently running P11. Swan is currently driving the McLaren, and they've gone early. They've decided not to go late, and someone's coming into the pit. Lurgislam coming to service drive-through already. As Hugendorn, Binder and Hoovenes, no doing though. We're going to switch back though, because Sanjay is looking very fast on the back of Melvin Hugendorn. There's yellow flags further back, and it's Rasmussen.
That is Rasmussen in the wall, I believe.
Did he lose it himself?
Swan and Hoovenes side by side. It's 3 wide.
Swan up into P3.
What is going on?
Swan has got past both Hoovenes and Binder there. And then Hoovenes having to defend Kizilov and Marco Mangano, his teammate, as there was a yellow flag for a second there. But we're going to go back to the front now. Day is very far at the back. The day of Matt is actually Swan. And Sanjay's looking for a move up the inside of turn 11. And Sanjay makes the move. Sanjay has regained the lead. That is net P1, but Hugendorn is not giving up on that position.
It's also past Hoovenes into P5.
And Swan is rapidly catching these two. Swan on them fresh mediums is looking very racy. The old hards are definitely starting to fail. And Swan may be looking to make a move on Hugendorn right here and now. And Kizil has got past Hoovenes.
He made that move in Sector 2 into Turn 11. It was a very nice move from Kizil.
And Swan goes up the inside into Turn 1 on Hugendorn. Swan now, net P2, will be hunting down Penala, the Tier 3 champion.
Kizil just made a criminal send on Binder there. I'm surprised he didn't go off the track with how late he braked.
And now it's going to be Hooven is looking to make a move on Binder as well. Them old hards are like just at mercy.
It's not a good day for the AlphaTauris, P16 and P17.
And that isn't including penalties.
Oh dear.
And it's looking like they're going to go side by side through turn 9 and 10 though is Binder and Hooven is. Hooven is looking to get a nice little cut on the inside. And Hooven is through. And Marco's looking to also pass through Binder. Binder is dropping back down the order. Maybe regretting not pitting off of them hards. As Marco makes a move up the inside of Binder through turn 11. But we're going to go back to the race for the lead. Because Swan is looking to make a move here on Pinala. Hugendorn holding up Kizu. These two will be pulling away from the cars they're behind. And
yes,
it looks like there's some side-by-side action. It's a Red Bull of Rosu and Monk. Can you tell what's going on there quickly?
Yeah, Monk is side by side with Rosu. He's just ahead. He's using a bit of ERS to get past as Binder goes into the pits. And he is fully ahead of Rosu now. Rosu is using no ERS whatsoever. And Monk is fully ahead, with McWilliams also trying to get past the two of them battling.
And Skowski and Silver are battling it out at the back there as well. But we're going to go switch back to the race for P3 currently. Actually, Sanjay's had a moment and Swan is leading the race. Swan is now P1.
He won in Tier 3. Can he do it in Tier 2? Can he keep this lead from Sanjay? Will he be able to hold him off for another 11 laps?
Will the mediums fade? How long have they been on them tyres? They're on 5 laps. Hoogan on 17 lap old hards. Really trying to stretch them out. And Sanjay looking to make a move back up the inside of turn 11. Swan giving as little space as possible, but just enough. And hold Sanjay at bay.
Galski's looking to make a move on McWilliams now. He's not going for the send there. That would be stupid. But it looks like Kiziel's also very, very close to Hugendorn.
We're going to be running on board here with Kiziel. Will he make the move as Hugendorn picks up a 3 second for running wide? They both get DRS, but Kiziel might just breeze past here. It's side by side. Kiziel having to deploy a bit of battery.
And Skowski side by side as well. Skowski just pulling ahead into turn 1.
And Kiziel goes up into P3 and will now be looking to hunt down Sanjay Pinala. Pinala not enjoying this hard stint. Clearly he's having a few issues here. As Swan looking like he's trying to gap. Meanwhile, Hoovenis will want to get past Hugendorn as quickly as possible.
It's a very, very tight battle for the lead. There is a train all the way from P1 down to P10. That is absolutely insane. And Skowski looking to get in the DRS of Matthews here. Will he be able to do it into turn 10? It looks like he's within DRS, so that is now a train down to P13. It looks like Kiziel's dropped off the back of Sanjay.
Oh!
Was Sanjay looking for a move on Swan, but not quite getting past into turn 11. He was too far back. Very, very exciting stuff with the two Ferraris charging, looking to get past Hugendorn now.
We're going to be following here this battle for P1 currently though, because Sanjay may be looking to make a move on Swan here down this main straight. Kiziel has dropped off the back and Hugendorn now going to pit. Releases that train that he had behind him. Sanjay looks, swings to the outside. Swan covers the inside, parks the car perfectly. And there's no doing, as Sanjay now will get a second helping of DRS. And Swan's rear is flashing. Swan has been deploying battery heavily. He runs a bit wide there through turn 4. Sanjay eyeing him up. Further back, Silver and McWilliams are battling it out.
Silver just backs out before the S's, but that is a yellow flag for Day at the final corner. He went side by side with Binder, but he just couldn't keep the car in the straight line.
Day has retired. As Elsam now up into P6. Started P13. He's on the back of the Ferraris with Monk behind him.
And that's Sanjay past Swan!
Sanjay's
got
got...
11!
They're side by side!
Contact.
How much contact?
There was nearly contact. They didn't quite make any contact. But Swan is in the prime position now. He is going to have DRS into turn 1 down the pit straight. Will he? The question is, will he be able to get a good exit out of the final turn? These two have battled. They haven't really battled all race, but they've battled for the past 5 laps.
Kizil is back in this as well. Do not write Kizil out here. With these two battling it out, Kizil can maybe find his way back in. Swan with the DRS, not close enough to make a move. And there's a three-way battle there.
Skalski, Matthews and Rosu side by side for Rosu and Skalski. Skalski gives him a little bit of a squeeze.
And Matthews looking to get back and there's contact!
That is
Big
Matthews!
incident!
That's Matthews and Rosu both spun round.
Getting tangled with one another and dropping them back out of the points.
Oh, Sanjay spun! He's down in P7!
Sanjay spun! Spinola!
Spinola, man! He's out! And it's currently Swan leading with Kizil P2 and Hooven is P3. It's a 3-4 for Ferrari. These two have raced a brilliant race with Alsom up to P5.
And Drunky Monkey, who we saw spin earlier, in P6. Will Swan be able to fend off Kizil though? Because Kizil is gaining on him now. And Sanjay now in no man land. And Swan's picked up 3 seconds! Drama!
That's a purple sector 2 for Kizil as well.
Absolute limbs with that 3-second penalty. He's going to drop quite a bit back. Sanjay's only hope here is that their mediums start to fade and his hards are going to be in their prime of their life. Sanjay now in P7.
Ugendorn says a purple sector 2 and gains massively on Lurgestam. Into the final corner and Lurgestam just lets him past. Oh, I think he wanted DRS.
Hugendorn on the much fresher tyres as well. And Lurgestam is on hard. The Ferraris may want to work together here and catch up into Kizil because Kizil is going to have to get past... Well, Kizil doesn't even have to get past Swan.
He doesn't, he just has to stay in this position and it could be a double Ferrari podium.
A triple Ferrari engine podium.
Exactly.
Swan was looking good for the win until he picked up a 3-second penalty. Disaster has struck. And further back, it's going to be Elsam eyeing up the Ferraris. Don't write that Aston Martin out or that Williams.
I am not, and that is Monk getting very, very close to Alsom now. I think Alsom's going to be wanting to use a bit of that battery.
We're going to ride on board here with Monk. Let's see what he's got. He's very low on battery, 10% battery for Monk, pushing it to the limit.
Very close to Swan as well. He's down to 5/10. If he can get a good exit out of the final corner, deploy that DRS, deploy that ERS, he may be able to sneak past Swan into turn 1.
Well, Swan will probably look to hold him up though.
I think for now, for Swan, it's just damage limitation.
Monk makes the send up the inside of Elsam. They're side by side.
A little bit of contact there, but Monk does slip past, and that is Spinola again.
Spinola has spun.
Oh, he comes back onto the circuit.
Sanjay Spinola is out of the points from P1.
He's gone from P1 with a 5-second lead to P11 out of the points.
Everyone,
and 1.5 seconds behind.
Put your L's on your foreheads because that is the fattest L we've seen for a while. But back to the front, because Kizil will want to do this on the track for sure, knowing Kizil.
Of course he will. But he still has another 5.5 laps to do it. So will he wait till the end of the race to get past? Or will he get a bit greedy and go for a move within the next couple?
And are the Ferraris catching up? Because they seem to be staying just outside of the...
It's outside the DRS.
Woods?
I think with the top two having the DRS.
Sugar. I may have forgot about one of the... I left the other Halo one. My bad.
That's Kiziel 2/10 away from Swan. Into the first turn.
I would like to say, Connor, you are getting a fine because Swan has the wrong number on.
So Swan's got a 3-second and he's going to get an additional fine. Deary me.
Big L's. But Kiziel is just looking like he's just holding in the back there. Huveniers, according to the timing board, has caught up to the back of Kiziel. Swan may be slowing them down. We're going to have a 6-car shootout with 5 laps to go. And meanwhile, Skowski has recovered and Silva up into the points as well. Sanjay and Rasmussen racing it out for that final point. Sanjay will want to get past because he's sitting on the fastest lap as well. But here we go. Because Huveniers will want this race win. Last time he got murdered here. What will he be able to do this time?
Maybe murder himself.
You are the richest team because you don't have a tier 1 lineup, Connor.
Very, very wide. That was not good there out of, what was that, turn 13, I think, the penultimate turn.
Turn 13, because this is 14-15, and I believe the Ferrari is also in the DRS of Kiziel now. So, 5 laps to go. Do not write Huveniers out.
Checking Monk out at the moment. It's getting very, very close to Alsom. He wasn't quite close enough to make a move, but he was close nonetheless.
Marco dropping off the back of his teammate. His teammate is going for it now.
Spinala past Mr. Rasmussen into the points.
Up into the points. Rasmussen will not be happy about that. Rasmussen would have been looking to be making a return to form after winning here in Season 4. Season 5 being in Tier 1 and coming back to Tier 2 for Season 6. Pinala has got a mountain to climb to get anywhere near McWilliams. But meanwhile, that Ferrari is all over the back of Kiziel.
It really is. He's gained massively on Kiziel.
This is the action to watch because he's all over the rear. Huveniers started P1, dropped down to P3, 4. And it has been an uphill battle ever since for this Ferrari, but he's still within the chance here. He can still do it. We're going to ride on board with him here.
Swan is out to DRS as well.
Swan is out of DRS or ERS?
ERS. Huveniers is not...
He's got 32%. And his tyres are 50% on the rears though. He's really pushing on them rears. It'd be interesting to know what Kiziel's at. He thinks about a move, thinks better of it though. But he's all over the back of Kiziel. And
on very, very, very close to Matthews there out of the final corner.
Swan is going to be dropping all the way back down to P6 of his penalty.
Gambolic for the McLaren there.
Tier 3 champion though, showing he's got what it takes. He really said let's do it and put pedal to the metal today. But here we go.
Not the inside of Alsom. But he doesn't get the drive out of the hairpin there to turn 10.
And they're currently battling for P4 after penalties. The two of them. But we're going to follow back because we're going to switch to Kiziel because he's now having to attack and defend. Ferrari here might be looking as Lergestam has binned it. Lergestam's binned it. Coming towards turn 8. We haven't caught it on stream, but Lergestam is in a wall.
Not a good day for the AlphaTauris, both of them out. And Kiziel is mightily close
to the back of
Swan now, and he's not deploying that ERS. I think
maybe he's going to want the penalty for the overtake. So he has the DRS to defend the Ferrari. That is what I would be doing. But the Ferrari is really pushing it along. He's going to be forcing Kvyat to basically overtake.
Doesn't get past. Alsommer's doing very, very well to hold him. But Hooven is also very close to Kvyat.
He's pushing Kvyat right into the back of Swan here. But the three of them, anyone could win this. All it takes is one mistake.
Hooven going past Matthews. And that is Spinala up into P9 past McWilliams. McWilliams nearly loses the rear of the car, but he manages to keep it in check.
We're going to keep with the action though here, because Swan has a train behind him, and Skowski is actually ever so slowly catching up to the back of this train. Swan will not want that to happen, because he could possibly lose another place with that penalty. And we're on 3 laps to go. We're going to be coming down to 2 laps to go in a moment. Will Swan win it on the track? Will Kvyat look for a move on the track? Because Hooven has dropped off the back a little bit here. And Kvyat can definitely make it count here.
DRS is going to look to get past. DRS switches to the inside.
Big drive out.
Get past Swan into turn 1, but Swan isn't deploying DRS. And he's just going to stick behind to get that DRS up to turn 4, I believe. That is what I'd be doing. But Monk looks for the switch back on Alsom as well, further back. Switching back to Swan, though.
They're both out in the wall. They both hit the wall.
No! What's going on?
Alsom and Monk have had a collision now. And everyone's slipping all around the order. And Kvyat holds the position. Skowski up into P5.
What is going on?
And now it's a 4-horse race. Swan.
Looks like Hooven is just saving his ERS. Swan and Kvyat both on the exact same amount of ERS. Going into the final lap now, and that's Rasmussen and Alsom side by side as well.
And that is for the final point there. And the tickets. The tickets!
Hooven is going to be in prime position to get past Swan now.
He needs to get past him soon, because he's going to want to make an offense onto Kvyat. As things stand, Kvyat is your race winner with 1 lap to go. And Swan is just not quite got the pace as the drivers around him now.
Focus on Hooven is. He's gaining on Swan. Swan is weaving to try and break that toe, but Hooven is up the inside into turn 1. I think Swan may have got the DRS there. Either that or none of them got it.
Or they both got it on Kvyat.
Past.
They both have it. It was Marco who didn't get DRS from that.
Marco is just too far back, and Alsom drops down the order as well. He's down into P12.
Oh no, but we're going to ride on board now with Hooven because he's chasing down that Haas of Kvyat. They've got 1 more DRS straight, 2 more straights in total, and then it's the checkered flag. Will Kvyat be able to hold off this charging Ferrari?
He didn't keep it very tidy through turn 10. So Hooven has gained a bit. He's going to use that DRS and ERS for turn 11. I don't think there's many more places he can make ascend unless he...
Turn 14. Turn 14 surely is the last opportunity.
Unless he gains much down that final straight out of the penultimate corner, I don't think he's got anywhere else to get past.
Oh! He almost loses the car pushing hard. And I think that will be Kvyat taking the W here.
That is Kvyat winning the race.
Kvyat comes round the final corner now and will be driving it to the line. Patrick Kvyat brings home Tier 2 Race 1 Bahrain. Second place for Hooven, third place for Marco Mangano, 4th for Swan. Skowski comes home P5, 6th for Silva, 7th for Monk, 8th for Pinala, 9th for McWilliams, and 10th for Rasmussen. Rosu just missing out on points in P11, but there is definitely going to be some penalties being dished out somewhere.
What a race.
Oh boy, what a race indeed.
I think hats off to Swan there. He did a fantastic job.
Yes, big shout out to Swan. Tier 3 champion, stepping up to Tier 2. Puts it right up there. His teammate, according to the game, is driver of the day. Action-packed from the start to the finish here. Maybe some questionable moves by some drivers, but all in all, what a race.
I think hats off to all the drivers. Of course, not really. There's Binala there. He did
blowing a lead. The last time I saw someone blow such a lead, it was
Please don't say.
It was the New England Patriots versus the Falcons when the Falcons dropped a 27-point lead. Thank you very much for the follow there.
I think all dropped very
in Australia is very true. Chappers did blow a monumental lead in Australia too. But here we have Kizyul spraying the champagne. It's a Ferrari 2-3. Ferrari back with a vengeance. Showing that they have calibre here.
They did well in Tier 1 and they're doing fantastically in Tier 2. I'm excited to see what they can do in Tier 3.
Very much so. But first we got the interviews. And there we have your race results. P1 for Kizyul.
I think hats off to all the drivers there. They all did very, very well. A couple of instances, but they all drove fantastic races. And
very entertaining.
I must say, Skalski and Silva did a very good job to recover that from the position after the safety car.
Very true.
And it was only one Aston Martin in the points in the finish.
Yes, Elsom dropping down to P12. Rosu as well, not scoring points today. We're mightily disappointed about that. As we get ready for the interviews. Oh, there's an audience in here already. Oh my. Don't have kids, is what Sanjay has said in chat. I'm assuming a child has just ruined his race. So we're gonna bring up our race winner first.
Hello, Shadi.
No, wrong person. I wanted you get up. Hello, P1. Kizyul, first race, back with a vengeance. Put your name right back in the title contention.
Yeah, man, I need to be the first one to get 2 titles. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be the one with the first one with 2 titles.
Did so well not to swear. Kizyul comes on after 5 seconds.
Yeah, we haven't sworn all day, Kizyul. Rasmussen as well in the points. Must be happy with that return after being unwell today.
Yeah, I'm so happy, man. No, but I was dying in the cockpit, in my rig, almost coughing my lungs out. And when I felt like I had a good restart, I got in some scrambles with an Aston Martin and spun out. But I was just rooting for Keishel all the way. It was excuse me. Oh jeez, it was so nice to see him on the top step, man. It really warmed my heart, and it was nice being back in Tier 2. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Got up to P3 at some point in qualifying, so just gotta work with the race pace, and then I hope to be back where I was in Season 4 during this season.
And Kizyul, do you want to talk us through a race? Because that was an eventful one. Wouldn't have been the qualifying you was looking for in the end, but you've put it here on the top step in the race. Do you want to talk us through your race today?
Yeah, I mean, let's start off with qualifying. Sector 2, I lost about 2 tenths, And I think I could have been on in P2 during qualifying if I wouldn't, get a massive snap of overs during sector 2. And then going on to the race, I had a terrible start and I got overtaken by like 2 people. Then I got dive bombed by Ule. He apologized already. I thankfully didn't get any damage. Then later on, Lurgistam did a Lurgistam, and that helped me a lot. Thank you, Lurgistam. And I was actually thinking, because the tire pressures I was running, I could probably go 27 laps on hards. So I was thinking to go hard softs, but obviously the safety car came out, so I went on mediums. And I think the main reason why, for example, Purod, which is Juveners, I think, couldn't get past me was because he hit the 60% and you immediately lose grip, from what I know, on 60%, and I was on less. So, yeah. And also on the last lap, I got a massive snap of oversteer and I thought I'll bin it.
And for a while there, you were battling it out with Swan. Until he hit that 3-second penalty, you must have been really having to sweat it.
Well, yeah, kind of, I'm not gonna lie, but I was just waiting for an opportunity where in the last corner he's gonna have a shit exit and I'm gonna have a good one, and that's what happened, and then I went for an overtake. Because I was thinking to myself that it might be, a warning that he can get off, so I just wanted to finish in P1 nevertheless, so...
And you did finish in P1. You must be very happy with that, though.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I practiced for like 20 minutes, so I'm happy.
And with Imola next week, how do you feel about Imola? We've had some
Oh
absolute historical moments, like Chappers screaming.
Yeah, and fucking historical moments where everybody was quicker on hards than I was on mediums. I hate this track, and yeah.
Okay.
Skowski knows it.
Is there anything else, though, you guys would like to say?
Not really. Do you guys have anything to say?
I can't think of any questions myself. Fox, can you think of anything?
I cannot, no.
Well,
was AJ commenting today?
He was.
Ooh. I'm looking forward to watching the VOD, so yeah.
Congratulations, and well done on cementing that P1 and the 25 points for today.
Thank you.
God bless. See you.
Well done, guys.
See you, boys. Next up is going to be Ferrari. 1, 2, 3.
Just all of us.
I know, but you all move when you all come up, so it's hard. 2-3, a 2-3, double podiums for you boys. Must be happy with that.
Yeah, very happy.
That
sounded so
very
depressed.
detailed.
Oh
Great race.
It was an entertaining race. Justin, your qualifying was immense out there.
I think I took pole with like 2 tenths. I wasn't actually expecting that because I was like P8 my first run. Then I had a good run for the second tires, but the last tires I don't know what it was, but I just got almost anything out of every sector. Too bad Alex had some fucking rocket start from P3. Yes. He had the medium tires, but god damn, that man was fast.
And we saw you pushing right towards the end. Through turn 12, you almost lost the car on the final lap.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was pretty close. Yeah, I didn't. I used all my ERS for Swan. I was hoping Kizil wasn't going to overtake Swan the last lap, but he just did, and that kind of put off the idea of me still catching Kizil because we were managing the ERS and I had like double the ERS of Kizil, but with a McLaren in between us, it was gonna be hard for the last lap. Bless you.
Oh, sorry. And Marco, coming down from tier 1 into tier 2, must be very happy with that result today.
Yeah, I mean, qualifying wasn't the greatest. I had a really good last lap, and then I spun in the middle of sector 2. So at the end of my lap, I decided to give Justin a little bit of a toe on the back straight. Um, and then yeah, I mean, I qualified P9, and I just kind of tried to stay out of incidents, and somehow ended up in P3 at the end of the race.
It was quite the race as well. We had a very interesting moment where I think either yourself or Hooveniers was side by side with the AlphaTauri of
Yeah,
Lurgistan.
Lurgistan, my old teammate.
And what followed after can only be surmised as race ending.
I had no clue what the hell happened. He
Just
kind of, yeah, I know he
Rumble
outbraked himself. Then he retouched, and I was like, "Oh, thank you very much, man." And then just drove off. And then I saw his name dropping in the timing scheme. I have no clue what happened behind me. I'm really curious what happened there actually.
I believe Lurgistan tried to spin himself around a bit too early and took pots.
He just did a Lurgistan, that's what it's called now.
Oh,
A
no
Lurgistan.
way.
It was Zandvoort 2.0.
Yes.
Oh god.
Probably the best way to put it.
Lo-
But yes, with Imola coming up next weekend, how would you boys be feeling it? I know, Marco, it's one of your home tracks. You're pretty greedy and you have like 4.
Well, let's get a win. That's all I want. I want another win, so.
Well, you're looking mightily fast with Tier 1 and Tier 2.
And tier 3, beyond them yet.
We haven't seen them yet, so we can't say anything.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way the team turned out. Me and 4G were scrambling at the end of season 5 to really make ends meet. And so far, I mean, it's paid off. It's only the first week, but we'll see how it goes for the rest of the season.
And is there anything else you guys would like to add before we go down to... I think we're going to go down to P4 next.
Yeah, last week, no, on Friday we said that it was going to be a sprint race. It's not.
It's not a sprint race, it's Portimao the week after. I'm used to Imola, the real life race, being a sprint race, no matter what.
Yeah, we were all thinking it was a sprint race, and I actually checked, and it says that it's not. It's actually the race afterwards that's the sprint
Yes,
race.
it's Portimao that is the sprint race.
Thank God. Anyway.
Nerd.
Okay, well, if that is all, boys, congratulations on the 2-3, the double podiums.
Thank you.
And
Ferrari on top.
we'll see some of you guys on Wednesday.
Ferrari tier 2 champions. Oh, don't call it that early. I am. Soon.
Okay, well, now we're going to bring up P4 and Swan. If you'd like to speak. I'm going to assume he doesn't want to speak. So would Skowski P5 like to come up?
Hi.
Skowski, you recovered after the shambles that was that safety car for you.
Yes, I kinda got some PTSD from Spain season 4. But yeah, actually, all thanks should be given to Ule because he did a great job keeping myself calm down and doing the moves when needed.
Did you
But
just
yeah,
admit to engineering without a contract?
not engineering. There was no engineering. Just
Keeping
yeah,
you calm.
exactly. Yeah, a lot of opportunities went into shambles after the incident under the safety car. But yeah, still the recovery was massive, and I really had a lot of pace. Unfortunately, not enough to get to P4. But still a very good race, I would say.
Well, you was looking very fast in qualifying as well. You seem to not just get the start you was after though.
Uh, yeah, exactly. Maybe my start procedures weren't as lucky as they were in tier 1 before the race start. But yeah, I think I managed to Have a good pace today. Unfortunately, it's only P5, but still, I'm very happy with the result.
Nothing to turn your nose up at all to.
Um,
Imola next weekend. How are you feeling for it?
I'm feeling pretty good, but Ule wants to be brought up here. He's calmed down too,
I'm
so.
going to bring Ule and Potts up at the same time.
What?
God.
Yes, I feel like
Oh,
that is
God.
a conversation that we're going to want to have.
Okay, okay. Yeah, Imola.
Oh,
The overtake on the safety car, and yeah, I feel pretty good about Imola.
that's good to hear. I'm not sure if you're lagging or I'm lagging.
Uh, can you repeat that, please?
Am I the one lagging? I hope not.
I don't know.
No, alright, we're back. Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to add though before we go? We're going to go bring up Swan and then we're going to bring up Ule and Potts.
Not really.
Alright,
Thank you
well,
for the interview.
thank you very much for coming up here.
I'm interested to see Potts and Ule's conversation.
Swan,
Yep.
P4 in your first race in Tier 2, how do you feel?
Shit.
Why is that?
The penalty, it was so stupid. I gave up P1, P2 pretty much to Kiziel and was it Houveniers in the Ferrari behind? I think it was. I basically just gave up those positions because I had a penalty and I wasn't gonna get ahead of them by 3 seconds. But I just wish I didn't get it. It was just so dumb. But yeah, I think I probably could have fought Kiziel's move and I don't know about the Ferrari's move. That was pretty much last lap. My tyres were just gone, but I think I could have fought a bit harder if I didn't have the penalty. Maybe I would have been bothered, but yeah, I was never going to build a 3 second gap to anyone other than Skalski, so I just had to settle for the P4.
I mean, you can't complain though. You've come from Tier 3 champion to putting it right in the mixer in Tier 2.
Still could have done better though. I could have been on the podium.
Well,
I blame it all on being sick. I wouldn't have got that penalty if I wasn't sick. Do you know what I mean?
you still got 13 more races to get on the penalty. That podium.
I'll do my best.
Imola
I'm
next week.
Nah, I'm shitting myself at Imola. I love the track. It's nice, but I'm slow as fuck.
Is there anything else that you would like to say as well, lad?
Yeah. Racing with Potts for ages. That was good.
We were
And,
watching it side by side
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, the racing with Kiziel as well for a bit. That was good towards the start, I think. Until was it Ule took him out or something? But yeah, that was good as well. It was just everyone who was around us. It was just good racing, good stuff.
Well, if there's nothing else you'd like to add, thank you very much for joining us today, and congratulations on scoring points in Tier 2.
Thanks, Luke. See you later.
See you later. And now I'm going to bring up the Ule
Hello.
and Potts.
Hello.
How are you guys feeling?
I'm Inule and Potts. If we were in person, I'd personally like to give you a hug right now, Potts. Nah, we chill. I think we had epic last season. We had some good racing back then. I think there was some good racing today as well, don't you think? Yeah, except there's one little rat in TR2, and he needs to be fumigated instantly.
Jesus.
From our perspective, it looked like very tight racing, and you two were certainly keeping it very clean until the incident, we'll call it.
What can I say? For me personally, it was looking really good. P15 start, 6 positions gained in first corner. So yeah, that was something to work with. Then Skalski told me he dropped to P5 actually. So okay, let's do some work. I overtook 2 people, and he dropped to 6 or 7, if I can't remember. And I was following him. He overtook one person. I followed him. He overtook. I think it was Potts. I can't remember clearly, or Swan. I followed his steps. he overtook Lergestam, and his span started to drive when stationary in middle on the corner, and Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was stationary after spinning turn 4, and when I wanted to go very wide run outside him, he just started moving, and I couldn't do anything. And I think Potts was just collected in all this mess.
It was maybe possibly Lergestam after colliding with you, putting the throttle on to turn around again, and then also collecting pots.
Yeah, but still, it's same as rejoining the track after any other incident. You have to.
The rule is if you are stopped on track, you do have to remain stationary. We do state it in the rule book.
Yeah, true. But well, I think all that should be said was said. Both Potts and I aren't really happy about it, but well, we had great racing last season. We're still gonna have it this season, and yeah. Also, really good job to Skalski last to 5th after that incident midway through the race. And yeah, some Italian tracks coming up. We as defending constructors are won a heavy award in them or two. So it's not over definitely after the first race. So yeah, basically we'll do what we can.
And Potts, how are you feeling for Imola?
Well, I'm gonna try and make a comeback, but 25 points down on Kiziel already. It's not a good place to build off, but we'll try and avoid Lergestam, and we'll stick it in the points.
Well, thank you very much for joining us up here today, boys. Sorry about how your race went, but I'm sure you boys will both bounce back. You're looking both mightily racy out there until the moment happened.
Know what they say. That's racing. See ya, guys.
See you, boys. Well, on that note, I think we're going to end that here. It's been me, Martin.
And me, Alex Fox Johnson.
Thank you very much for joining us. If you tune in Wednesday night for the Tier 3 race, which will be commentated by Connor Ratcliffe himself, he's making a return. But anyway, good night.
Have you ever looked in the audience and seen something that makes you laugh?
Yes.